UFC line movement report betting guide, where we just don't look at the fights, we follow the money. And in the UFC betting market, line moves every single day. And we're going to be following these movements day by day and let you guys know which dogs are taking money. The sharp bettors are hitting early numbers. The public money pours in late and the odds start shifting like the stock market, man. That's what Millz steps in, man. I come in and I break down which fights the books are taking money on, man, and respected money. Sharp action, big action, and parlays and everything, man. This just isn't picks. This isn't just reading the market. This is MMA betting, man. So you guys got to definitely make sure you guys watch where the lines are moving. Now, first fight that I'm going to talk about is going to be the main event, okay? Now, Kevin Vallejos, man, a talented fighter. He opened up minus 460 on the books. Money's coming in. He's all the way up to a 550, almost a dollar movement on the market. Now, a movement like that isn't nothing that I think is unexpected. He's the favorite, and it's the main event. I expect this line to get bet up to at least like a minus 650 on there. Now, let's look at one of the second biggest line movements on the fight. Jose Delgado opened up at a minus 210. Movement all the way up to a minus 425. $2 and some change movement, man. Big line movement. Why, though, man? Why? Probably because it's Andre Fili, and a lot of people ain't feeling that. You feel me? Now, let's move on. Next fight, Matik Orabai taking on Chris Curtis. He opened up at a minus 220 favorite. Money came in midweek from Monday to Wednesday. He moved all the way up to a minus 340. Over $1.20 and some change. Line movement coming in, and that's one to where I think that line movement is warranted. He is taking on a tough veteran in Chris Curtis, but Matik Orabai is a guy that I think a lot of people like out there to parlay. He's at a minus 340. I expect him to stay around that market range. Now, the biggest line movement, Bia Mosqueda. She opened up at a minus 450. She moved all the way up to a minus 750. $3 movement, folks. $3 and some change. She's taking on Monster Rondon. Now, if Bia Mosqueda can't get this girl down to the ground and submit her, she ain't going to be covering that price tag at all. But me, I think she will cover that minus 450 price tag and win inside the distance. And yeah, money's coming in on her all the way up to a minus 750 favorite. Now, one of the big reverse line movements we have to talk about, your boy, Eric Anders. He opened up as an underdog, like plus 140 on some books out there. He's the favorite now. He's a minus 115. It's his retirement fight. What's going on? What do somebody know something? Do the books know something? Usually when the lines move and it goes in favor for that guy usually wins, man. Let me know, man. How y'all betting that one? Some other line movements that we should talk about. Pierre Rodriguez opened up on the books around minus 110, minus 115. 50-cent line movement up to like a minus 150, minus 160 out there on the books. Now, Charles Johnson, line movement is going in the reverse way. Opened up at minus 220 all the way down to a minus 160. I think that he'll probably get down to like a minus 150 before the fight actually takes place. Bruno Silva's live, man, and he got that finish ability out there now. Now, some of the lines that just stayed the same, that makes no sense. Victor Petrino versus Steven Asplin. He opened up like a minus 230. Everybody's saying that line's not going to stay the same. Guess what, folks? It ain't move. It ain't move. Like that car that's been on your neighborhood block on that street for like 2.5 months, that shit ain't move. All right, man. Now, look, Omar C taking on Ian Cutelaba. That was a line I thought was going to get parlay steamed up. The steam didn't move, though, man. Late steam didn't come in. Omar C still staying where he's at. Ain't nobody feeling him. Ain't nobody liking him on our parlay. I think he should be able to cover that parlay line. Now, when you look at some of the other fights on there, that's maybe noticeable, for maybe some line movement. Let me look at something and see. Nothing really stands out too much in my eyes. Some of these guys are UFC debutantes, and they gotta prove it. But some of these guys, they got a good price tag behind them as some dog money, and I think some of these dogs gonna be barking. All right, man. Millz MMA locker room here. I'm giving you guys the UFC betting guys. Follow the lines, see where their movements, and see where you guys can get some money at and improve with. All right, man. I'm going to be checking in with you guys weekly. Make sure you guys like and subscribe over here.
The opinions expressed of this show are for entertainment purposes and should not be misconstrued or interpreted as fact. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700.